Okay, perhaps we can already start and we'll just let them in when they're here. Again, good afternoon to all our colleagues. So, on behalf of the EU delegation, I am Joyce Yu from the Secretariat. We would like to thank you so much for joining us this afternoon for our session on natural and applied sciences. So, for today, expect an insightful session covering the following fields of study from biology, chemistry, environmental sciences, physics, earth sciences, and more. Of course, this session is hosted by our regional hub in Visayas, Eastern Visayas State University. Of course, we have here Sir Tito Aure and his team.
Good
Good
afternoon, everyone.
afternoon. So before we officially start, we would like to remind everyone that as per the Data Privacy Protection Act, your willingness to attend and participate in this event signifies that you have granted us permission to record the session. And this recording will be uploaded on the Facebook and YouTube pages of EHEF Philippines. So without further ado, we have here our European colleagues who will provide us with useful information and encourage everyone why you need to pursue a higher education degree in the EU. So I'll do a roll call and apologies in advance in case I mispronounce your names. I will try my best, I promise. So let me call on from Germany. We have Miriam Trotsky and Julia Sinkel,
Yes,
International Office representatives from Weinstefan Triesdorf, University of Applied Sciences. We also have from Hungary, Aniko Schutz, who's the international coordinator from Urtvesh Lorand University. From Sweden, we have Lina Hellstrup, Associate Senior Lecturer from Luleå University of Technology. And lastly, from Italy, we have Cristina Totaro from the Geophysical Sciences of Seismic Risk from University of Michigan. So for our first presenter, we bring you Miss Julia Zinkel from Germany.
Join lang, nakikinig siya.
so I hope you can see the presentation now.
Yes, we can.
Okay, perfect. So first of all, a very warm welcome to my presentation. My name is Julia and I work in the international office of the Stefan Triesdorf University of Applied Sciences. And today I'd like to give you an overview what you can study with us. First of all, I would like to start off with showing where we are in Germany. So on the right-hand slide, on the right-hand side of the slide, you can see the map of Germany. And highlighted in a darker shade of green is the Free State of Bavaria, in which our university is located in. If you look to the right side of the slide, you can see the map of Bavaria, and highlighted in green are two places, one Weinstefan, which is where our main campus is located, and then if you go a little bit to the northwestern direction, you can see Triesdorf, and those is the other location where we offer study programs. And for your orientation here, a little bit on the bottom of the Bavarian map, you can see Munich, which probably most people know. So we are in Weinstefan in the basically northern direction of Munich. Why should you choose HSWT? First of all, we offer applied sciences for life. What is very unique about us, we offer strongly practice-oriented education. Most of our professors have very close ties with employers, so this also gives our students the chance for very close contact with potential future employees. And this is combined, of course, with scientific excellence. Our portfolio, to which I will go in a bit more detail later on, is focused on green engineering, and we have very beautiful locations. Both Freising and Triesdorf are very beautifully located. We have a familiar atmosphere because we are like a smaller university, but we have many international students and also offer lots of activities for our students. And for the most part, we do not have any tuition fees. Just a general overview what our degree programs cover. So we have agricultural sciences, we have digitalization and technology, nutrition and food, climate and environmental protection, ecology and environmental planning, but also business and management. This is an overview of the different departments that we have on the campus in Weinstefan. I won't go through all of them in detail, but basically the ones in blue are undergraduate programs, the ones in red are postgraduate programs, and the one that have a little star behind the name are actually offered in English. We have bioengineering, forestry, horticulture, and food technology, as well as landscape architecture and sustainable agriculture and energy systems in Weinstefan in our campus. And then we have 2 departments in Triesdorf, agriculture, food and nutrition, as well as environmental engineering. To give you a bit of a better understanding what we offer in terms of English degree programs. So we have in Weinstefan, a bachelor program. This is the only one that's entirely in English, applied informatics. And we have a master in climate change management, master international, master of landscape architecture. We have the master digital farming, and we have the master resilient horticulture. Digital farming and resilient horticulture are new study programs, so they started this winter semester, as well as the bachelor in applied informatics. For the campus in Triesdorf, we offer the master in farm management, master sustainable regional development, and also the master in environmental engineering. What you need to know as an international student in terms of how to get on board. For degree-seeking students, for the bachelor programs, we always need a university entrance qualification as well as the preliminary review documentation. There are a few exceptions which we have listed on our website. For the master's programs, you also need a bachelor's degree in a relevant field. And if you completed your bachelor outside of Germany, you also need to provide the preliminary review documentation. Furthermore, you need B2 language skills in the language of study. Sometimes, so some degree programs also require some very basic German skills. And then we offer an online application for the winter as well as for the summer semester. On the bottom, you can see a link where you can find very detailed information on the application process, but also on the specific requirements for international students. And that's it from my side. So thank you very much for your attention. And if you have any questions, I think you have the opportunity to ask them later on. So if you have any questions, feel free to get back to me.
Thank you so much, Miss Julia, for the presentation. Now we would like to call Miss Anniko Schutz from the International Coordinator from Earthverse, Lorand University in Hungary.
Yes, thank you. Good day, and I will try to share my presentation. I will ask some feedback whether it is visible. Okay. Is the presentation visible and the full screen?
I think you just need to put it on the presentation mode, but we can definitely see your screen already.
Okay, I will just reshare it because last time I had some issues. So is it full screen now?
Yes.
Great, thank you. So good day to everyone, and I'm very glad to be here and to introduce my institution to you. As I was introduced, and thanks for the host for that. I'm Anniko Schutz, an international coordinator from Lorand University, and I will introduce this university and start with that. So just to give a little context, to our university. We are located in Hungary. Actually, we are the biggest public university in Hungary. You can see here on the little map where Hungary is located in the heart of Europe, and within that, where Eötvös University is located. Here are some basic facts about Hungary. You can see that we are a relatively small country with approximately 10 million Hungarians living within the country's borders. We are part of the European Union, and we have our own language, our own currency, and we have 4 seasons. So we have a continental climate, and right now we are entering winters. So in the countryside there is already snow. It's very beautiful. But we have one campus located in the countryside, so by the Austrian border, but there just a few international degree programs take place. So I will concentrate in my presentation on Budapest, in the capital city, where most of our campuses offering, or most of our faculties offering international programs are located. Here you can see also a map on the side where our university buildings can be seen with the pictures and the photos. And I put here some additional facts about Budapest, about the capital city of Hungary. And I would like to highlight some of these facts based on how important these are for our students, because most of our students surprisingly highlight that they really love the public transportation of Budapest. It is really efficient, and you can easily travel within the capital city, even if you are like in a dorm, maybe not in the close inner city, and you can get to your campus easily. It has lots of opportunities for students, lots of discounts for cultural events as well, and it has big green areas, so students can relax and do sport activities as well. But to focus on the university more, we'll talk about Eötvös University from now on, or for short, we call it ELTE. As I said, we are the biggest university in Hungary. We have more than 40,000 students, and within the students, we have a community of international students, the number more than 5,300, and they create a really diverse group, so they are from more than 100 countries. And this can be linked with the fact that we have more than 100 degree programs for international students offered. And one more number, which we are really proud of, that we have 6 Nobel laureates among our alumni. Here you can see on the other side of the slide the list of our faculties, and that shows that we are a comprehensive university, so most of the study fields are present at our university. You can see more education-related faculties, but we have also Faculty of Economics, Psychology, Humanities, Informatics, Law, Social Science, and Natural Science as well. And to go into the details of the education and research that goes on here, we are very highly ranked worldwide, our university. So this gives a plus to the quality of our degrees. We have 17 doctoral schools, so we have the largest number of PhD candidates in the country, and also the professors are quite highly educated, and most of them are part of many of them are part of the Hungarian Academy of Science. And as a researcher, as like a PhD student or also a master student, students have the opportunity to join research projects which really enrich their portfolio. And just to go into the details of this kind of these relations, we have bilateral agreements with lots of universities worldwide, and also Erasmus agreements. And we have also scholarship programs, so students who apply for full degree programs as well, they have the opportunity to have the excellent students to have supporting funding. And the other side of the collaborations are the business collaborator partners. They provide internship opportunities as well as later employment opportunities for our students, fostered by our Career Center as well, who organize fairs with the company's attendance. But before jumping into the future, let's talk a bit about how one applicant can become our student. And I brought here you some summary of the most important things about our admissions. You can see the range of our tuition fees, but as I said, you can apply also for scholarships, and the average number of semesters. The applications are for some of our programs already open for the September intake, but they will, like the latest, they will open in February. So make sure to check the course of your interest on our application platform, to which the link you can see below. And here are some general requirements regarding language, documentation, entrance examination, and some information about how the communication goes throughout this process. But you can all find the details on our website. It varies by program. And throughout the process of application, and once you arrive as a freshman and as you lead on your student life within our university, within Eötvös Loránd University, you will have the opportunity to support student supports. We have lots of services for international students specifically, and of these services, I would like to highlight the summer universities. So if you feel that you are not yet ready to commit for a full degree program, but you would like to have a taste of Eötvös Loránd University or Budapest, then these 1 or 2 week programs during summer are really nice opportunities to check in how professors are, or how the environment is here. Yes, and last but really not least, I would like to talk about our international students, who are just the source of how we improve our services for them, and also our curriculum. They keeps us motivating to innovate, and also we really focus on the services, and we have international offices at every faculty, every campus building. We have also websites, social media, and different information source platforms for international students, all in English. And for applicants, I would like to advise to use the opportunity that we have international student ambassadors. For example, one really talented student here who I put on the website. You can also write her if you would like to ask about some real experiences of real student experience from current students, and you can see here the link below. So they are happy to tell you about their experience and answer your questions or direct you to the right place. And with that, I would like to thank you for your attention. Here you can see our contacts and socials. Feel free to follow us, because that is the best way to get the info you need throughout the application and later as well. And thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you so much, Ms. Anikov from Hungary. Next, we have our speaker, Ms. Lina Hellstrom, Associate Senior Lecturer from Luleå, University of Technology.
So can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear.
Good. And can you see my presentation? In full
It's
screen.
still loading on our end.
It's loading. Is it working now?
Not yet.
Okay.
Luis, can you help check? Sorry, Miss Lina, can you help? Can you reshare your presentation? We can't just see the file.
Let me see if I can do this. Is it working better now?
Yes, there you are.
Yeah, it's a long way from the Philippines to Sweden. I'm sorry about that. Okay, so hi everyone. It's really nice to be here. My name is Lina Hellström, and I am the head of recruitment for an umbrella organization called Swedish School of Mines, and we belong to Luleå University of Technology. And we have several different educations within Swedish School of Mines that I will tell you about. But first, I just want to show you where we are. So we are in Sweden. I should have had a map over the world, but the North Polar Circle is here. So we are very high up in the north, which is really nice. Our main campus is in Luleå, and then we have three smaller campuses in Kiruna, Piteå, and Skellefteå. And we have a total of approximately 20,000 students. And we cover a lot of different educations here at LTU, but what I will talk about today is the Swedish School of Mines. So we belong to the Department of Civil, Environmental, and Natural Resources Engineering. And even though we are very high up in the north in Scandinavia, we have really a lot of different nationalities here, both that are working here, but also as PhD students and as students in both bachelor programs that is completely in English and also master students. The educations that I will talk about, they belong to these three sections: mining and geotechnical engineering, geosciences and environmental engineering, and minerals and metallurgical engineering. So Swedish School of Mines, we have an Instagram. So please just scan the QR code and you can come and see our educations. Here we post a lot about the different programs where we do a lot of active methods and developments in the programs, and you try all of these different technologies that is very closely connected to both industry and to research. And we cover all the value chain of mining, we are the only university in Sweden who do that. So please just have a look at our Instagram. So why we need this center of Swedish School of Mines? Because maybe you know already that we need a lot of metals for the future because we need to have this green transition. And in Sweden, we have large resources of these metals that are needed. And therefore, now we are developing a lot of industry in Sweden. And by 2030, we're expected to have 1.2 million new jobs. And in Sweden, we are 9 million people. So we need a lot of people to come and study with us. And there's a really good market for work afterwards. So therefore, we have developed a lot of programs where the courses are in very strong connection to the industry, and they are very practical, as I already told you. And we also have these mining companies that come in and cover the tuition fee for 15 students a year to come and study in Sweden. And the programs that are connected to Swedish School of Mines and to these scholarships, they are these five. We have a bachelor in mineral resource engineering. It's 3 years, completely in English, so you don't need any Swedish. And then we have the master programs in applied environmental geochemistry, in civil engineering, with specialization to mining and geotechnical engineering. We have exploration geosciences, and then one in georesources engineering. And there's also a freely available MOOC that you can find on our webpage if you're interested just to start to see what this is about. So just to go through very shortly, we have this master program, Applied Environmental Geochemistry, where we look at what are the impacts of mining and how can we work with that to make sure that we can go in hand by having a sustainable mining and at the same time controlling the environmental impact. We also, so in this one, we have a lot of practical courses. We look at element occurrence, mobility, pollution effects. We talk about how can we trace these metals and what with forensics and neurology. We look at mine waste management, and we have a lot of real life projects developed with the industry and also with researchers that can work in this part. We have exploration geosciences, where we have a lot of international collaboration. A lot of students from all over the world come also to take this program. And here, this is the only exploration geoscience program in Sweden. And then we also have this master program in civil engineering. And here we work a lot with how to take care of the mining and excavation and road construction, infrastructure, and all of this. And you can see all the context there. And I just lastly want to say that why should you study in Sweden? Well, here we have close to everything. We have everything at the university. You can live close by. You can walk to your courses, even though there is quite a lot of students. We have the gym, we have the bar, we have the library. It's really like a close living. We have a very close community, also an ESN network for international students, and it's a great student life. We have a lot of snow, but in summer it's really warm and and sunny. We have really good connections with companies and the industries, and we are working a lot for this green transition. And you can apply to our program from universityadmission.se, and the deadline is 15th of January. And if you want to apply for the scholarship, here's a QR code. But I also want to tell you that on the EHEF webpage, I have put all of these links. So you can also go to our webpage there and find both the Instagram, information about the scholarships, and information about the programs. So that's all I have to say about LTU, and thank you for listening.
Thank you so much, Miss Lina, for that presentation. Last, we have our speaker from Italy, Miss Cristina Totaro from the University of
Hello.
Messina. Hello, Miss Cristina.
Let me
If
share.
yes, so while Miss Cristina is putting up the file, I would like to advise everyone that we have around 5 minutes left, just in case the Zoom room closes. Feel free to reach out via Secretariat email for any questions or concerns.
Okay. Can you see the screen?
Yes, we can see your presentation. Thank you.
Great. Okay. So, hello, everybody. First of all, I want to thank the organizer to let us be part of this beautiful event also for this year. I am Cristina Totaro, and I am a researcher of the Messina University. And today I'm here on behalf of the president of the master degree course in Geophysical Sciences for Seismic Risk, Professor Pasquale Castagna. We know that your country in the last months in particular has been affected by very strong natural events like the typhoon Wong, and also the seismic sequence that started in October 10th with a magnitude 7.4 earthquake, and that produced in just 1 month 14 events with magnitudes greater than 5.5. And we know that it is becoming greater and greater the necessity to facing and to better understand this event, and also to be able to properly plan action for the mitigation of risk. And in this aspect, our countries are quite in common, because also Italy has experienced several strong earthquakes, but also is facing, mostly in the recent years, very violent climate events, even linked with the climate change. For all these reasons, we planned and we built this master degree course at the University of Messina. This course lasts 2 years, and at the end it will conclude with a dissertation public of the students about advanced topics on geophysics and also on geology. The enrollment is allowed to all the students that have a bachelor degree in the scientific courses, that have also basic knowledge on art sciences, and a level B2 of English is required at the time of enrolling. The first call of application has been opened just today, and it will last until the 22 December, and a second call will be open on February on the platform Universitali. But you will find all the links to this in the next slide of the presentation. I just want to say that this picture represents a view of our campus. So this is just to let you see also where you can study and you can live in these 2 years. Concerning specifically the didactic activities that are included in in the course, you will face several types of risks, mainly linked to the seismic risk that will be managed in different views. According to the environmental geology and properties of the territory, but also looking at the seismic-induced chemical risk, the tsunami risk, and in particular in this, starting from this academic year, a topic about meteorology and climatology has been added together with a course that specifically treats the volcanic monitoring and risk. This is another perspective of all the topics that we cover, and particular importance in our course is given to the field activities, because geophysics is of course a theoretical subject, but also a practical one. So our courses will are composed of a theoretical part, but also several hours are dedicated to field activities. The students go on field to perform geophysical analysis or to make geological investigation in order to be trained also on the practical aspects of these topics. In the framework of our course, we have also the I guess this was the slide when we stopped, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Okay, so in the framework of the master's degree, our students have the opportunity to make traineeship and internship periods in different universities or agencies like the INGV. There is the national agency that in Italy manage the monitoring and of earthquake and volcanic activity, and also to all these universities that you see reported here on the Italian territory that are grouped in an association that is named CRUST. Our student can also take advantage of scholarship and facilities that are offered by the Minister for the foreign activities at the national level, but also from some regional agencies that are managed by a Sicilian region. There is the region in which Messina is. And for all the information that they can need, they can easily go to this link, and they will find all the details on how to apply and all the informations. At the end, why you should choose Messina? Because actually it is a beautiful city and a beautiful place, of course, but it's also one of the places in the world that has faced the strongest earthquakes, and it has a long history in this field, but it represents also a place in where from historical time several cultures have been mixed and coexist. And so it represents an ideal place for studying geophysics, to open the mind and acquire expertise in the managing of the earthquakes and seismic risk. These are the links of our web pages on the university side, but also our socials, where you find more detailed information on all the activities that we carry on in the framework of this master degree course. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you so much, Miss Christina, for the presentation. Again, we are sincerely apologizing for what happened earlier. So we now welcome the floor for questions from our students from Eastern Visayas State University. If you have any questions, perhaps you can direct that to Miss Christina, who's joining us here in this call. Maybe they're still shy and they're still thinking of what to ask. So if I may, Miss Christina, since the university is based in Italy, right? And the first question that students or interested students would like to know is it difficult to learn the language? Can we do it in parallel as we enter our first year into the University of Messina?
Okay, first of all, the course is held all in English. So the students will study and will follow classes. Everything is held in English. And this is why it is required a B2 level at the entry. During the 2 years, the students will follow an Italian course that will help them to learn the language, but actually it is okay. Italian is not a very simple language, but the students will have a lot of opportunities to interact with Italian students, with the Italian society there is here in Messina. So their ability to learn the Italian is facilitated in this way. But concerning the classes, we do all in English. So this is the first step.
Wow, thank you so much for saying that, Miss Christina. I mean, personally, if I would study, that's the first question that comes into mind. I received.
May I add just one small thing in this framework?
Sure.
I just want to highlight that we have a lot of students coming from all the countries that we have in the world. So also the opening of the mind on other countries and other people is a very point of strengthening of this course, because our students are very international, and so this is a very nice aspect of this course.
Thank you so much. And over the years, we've seen University of Messina as a participant over the years of the fair. Do you see any particular or specific courses where Filipinos are interested in applying, and have you seen applications so far?
Actually, I have not a general perspective of all the courses, international courses of the university in this sense. I have seen that we had a lot of interaction about the managing of the seismic risk in particular. In the general field of the course, this is maybe the aspect that is more interesting for Filipinos.
I see. I received a question via chat. So, are students allowed to work while studying? If yes, how many hours of work per week?
Okay, so the students can work during following the course. We have also a specific timeline for students who works. There is a slightly extended in time with respect to 2 years, because however the frequency of our courses is not mandatory, but it is strongly recommended, mostly for that courses that have the practical activities. Okay, so the students that have to work, that want to work, can do it, trying to follow a balance between the working activity and the study one.
Thank you so much. And another question. Yes, we have a question here. Please feel free to unmute yourself.
Hi, Miss Christina. Thank you for the presentation. My name's Vince. I would just like to ask if there's an age limit to your schools.
Could you repeat, please?
Is there an age limit?
Age limit? No.
All right. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Yeah, because we want to make studying very inclusive regardless of age, right? I think that also answers the question of Sheba. She also asked if there are age requirement for the courses offered.
Requirement about, sorry?
Is there any age requirement for the courses being offered in the University of Messina?
No, I don't know. Actually, I'm not sure I understood correctly the question. Could you repeat again, please?
Oh,
Sorry.
I think it's the same question regarding if there's
About
an
the
age
age.
limit.
Okay. No. There are not requirements in this field for any course of the Messina University. We do not select about the age of our applicants.
Mhm. Thank you so much, Miss Christina. Any other questions from our guests? From our students, this is your time to ask any questions that you have, especially that we have our colleagues from Europe, from Italy, joining us this afternoon. Sir Tito, do you have any questions for Miss Christina? Okay, I think the presentations are all clear. So if ever, Miss Christina, maybe you have any words of encouragement for our Filipino students should they wish to pursue higher education in the EU, especially in the University of Messina.
I just may say that our university is a very open university to the world, because even for our geographical location, we are in the middle of the Mediterranean area, so we are always managing crisscrossing of people that comes and go from here. So we are very open to all the people of the world. I know that there is a great distance between Italy and Philippines, but we are warmly and we can open, as I said, to all the people. And also, I think that this course can be particularly useful for your formation, because as I said, we are managing and facing the same criticism in the earthquakes activities and also on the climate events. So I think that could be interesting for you to have a new perspective of facing and understanding this phenomena.
Thank you so much, Miss Christina. And yes, I agree. I think especially now that a lot of things are changing, right? And it's really time to level up your skills, your knowledge, and just open yourself to other possibilities that you have by pursuing higher education in the EU. So that wraps up our presentation for this afternoon, our session on natural and applied sciences. We would like to once again thank our esteemed speakers, and of course, our regional hub in Visayas, Eastern Visayas State University. Thank you so much, everyone, and enjoy the rest of your afternoon.
Thank you again, and bye-bye.
Thank you to our speakers. Ma'am Joyce, thank